Okay, so the Osmo 360 has one issue so far that I have found, and I can't seem to fix it with the actual DJI Studio application. But since I actually use Insta360 gear primarily, I use their Insta360 Studio on the computer. As you guys can see, I have both of them up here, right? The one on the right here is the DJI, and the one over here is Insta360. This actually has an actual Osmo image inside it, video. This one is an Insta360 X4. And even though, in appearance, the two apps look very similar to each other, they are not. They are not similar to each other by any means. You can really see that the Insta360 has, again, I've used this term before. It's had time to mature, which means that it has grown in features. It's really good with its software. It's really good at what it does, and it's not generation one. Simply, right? So if you look at these two, both shot here in my studio, and one of the things that I find is that the Osmo really has a tendency to accentuate the curves on the outside, right? It just really elongates things. So I actually have the D warp turned on here, right? So you'll see D warp right there, which is fine. But I wanted to kind of get it close to what Insta360 kind of had set up. And if you look at them, like this light is way too wide. Like it's way too wide. This, my little Batman light there is really skewed. Um, and yes, we are straightening out some stuff without question. This monitor and this sign, again, have been elongated like crazy. So, that's not great. And if you look at the Insta360 footage over here, these look better. They look like they should, right? And even like my little Batman there, that's closer to accurate than this that has been, I don't even know how that is working right there, right? So my monitors aren't that long. I wish they were that wide, but they're not, right? So my thought was, of course, that we could take a shot like this and export it, and of course, it'll give us a 360 shot. So I've actually done that already. So I've exported this as a 360. And I'm just going to bring it actually into Insta360 Studio. So we're going to pop it in there. And, again, this is a limitation of their software. So let's just bring this out a little bit, right? Come back. Again, we won't go crazy with the zoom. We'll kind of bring it in. But again, if you look side to side on these two images, this one again is doing just a better job, right? The Insta360, I don't know if it's its app or what. My Batman's not crazy elongated. This isn't crazy elongated anymore. My monitors aren't elongated anymore. Uh, and we get some, not all, we don't get the clarity, but we can come in here and play around with the color adjust. We get some of the processing that we don't get over there. One of the nice things is we do get that ability to do a motion ND. So if you are using the Osmo 360, let's say, as your motor vlogging, you can kind of turn this feature on and get that motion blur in the background. Now, is it as good as an ND filter? I don't know. But you get some of those. So very cool that you can bring your Osmo footage in to this. Now, here's the issue. You are using two pieces of software, which means you start here, and of course you have to export. Now, I exported, it's only, I don't know, a 1 or 2 minute clip, and it took about 15 minutes, on a M1 Max Studio, um, which means I had to do all that stuff, do this, to de-warp all that, la la la, export it out, and then do it again. I'd have to do it again in Insta360, right? Their studio. So now that 15 minutes has become half hour, 45 minutes of me processing a 1 or 2 minute clip to be able to fix that bowing issue, right? To be able to get the tools that I want in the Insta360 app. Doable? Sure. Do you get all the tools? No. Does it fix that weird bowing thing? Yeah, I would say, yeah, it definitely fixes it a bit, right? Because you can see now, like, look how nice and straight those edges are, right there. Way straighter than what they are over here, where we start getting all kinds of curvature, right? So I do like the fact that we can kind of use them in conjunction with each other. Again, that light stretch right there, that's bad. Now, if you come in and zoom in on the shots a little bit, of course, you're going to hurt with your resolution. But if you do this, would you really notice? Probably not, right? You probably wouldn't notice that at all. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird that you have to use two pieces of software. I would like you guys to leave a comment down below. See if you can try it on some of your Osmo 360 footage. Again, the Insta360 Studio app, I believe, I don't know for sure if you need to register it with an actual Insta360 camera, but if not, give it a try. I'd like to see what your thoughts are. So go outside, shoot that 360 shot with your Osmo. Make sure you get it out so that, you're seeing that bowing that happens on the side. Bring it into the Insta360 after you export a panorama in the Osmo app, the DJI app, and see if you can get it fixed in the Insta360. I do think it's completely doable. Anyways, a lot of work to fix it, and I do hope that DJI fixes their app, does some firmware updates quickly, because there are a lot of complaints, I think, coming out with, again, things that the Insta360 app, the X5, issues they just don't have right away, right? And yes, this is 10-bit, and the other clip here, this one here, 8-bit. Do you see much of a difference? No. And I'll be completely honest with you. 90% of people, at least people that I know, don't care. They really don't. So yeah, 10-bit cool for those that are doing color correcting. But with 360 footage, without that, you've got a ton of work ahead of you anyway. Most people probably don't want to have to take another step or two to actually get a marginally better color grading experience. They're just going to import the footage, export it, and we're good. That's just my thoughts. Anyways, I'm going to leave you guys there. Let me know in the comments below if you've given this a try, because I'm curious with some more video samples. I'm actually going to be going out this weekend for a couple rides, and I'm going to have both cameras mounted. So I may do an update on this just to let you know how it actually performed. All right, guys, I'm out, and I will see you guys next video. Later.